Yes, you guys, welcome back. For the other News Daily video today, we're going to discuss reports surrounding updates to Haaland, Lukaku, Tchouameni, Varane, Kane, plus much more. Transfer window season is open. We know that we're still waiting for deals to be done. Pre-season is starting soon. We were hoping at least by now we've signed at least one player to kick things off. But regardless, you guys, I got faith in these boys. I feel like they can definitely see us through for the start of the next few months. But now is the time for us to see some investment into the team. So they're the stories today. I hope you guys do enjoy. Show your love, support, comment, smash the like button. You know what to do already. And without wasting any more time, we start things off with the first story. And of course, you guys, before we get into anything, today's video is brought to you by OneFootball. Now, of course, if you guys have not downloaded OneFootball yet, what exactly are you waiting for? Right now, OneFootball has excellent coverage of Euro 2020. If you want to get team stats, lineup news, general news, the app is the perfect place for you. And on top of that, to you guys, with the transfer window being open, it really is the best hub to get all the information you want instantly on your phone. You guys, it means a lot to me if you download it, help support the channel. And of course, if you want to do this, you'll find a link below in the description. You guys, OneFootball really is the place to be during this Euros. Of course, you'll find all the information in the description below. And we discussed the news surrounding Kane and Varane. Now, I'm going to say this again. The reality with the centre-back situation is that unless one of our defenders does leave, like Christensen or Rudiger, for example, or Zuma decides, you know what, I'm getting better offers elsewhere, I can get more consistent minutes, I'm going to bounce and keep it moving. We aren't going to be signing a centre-back unless those factors happen. So, naturally, of course, because we're a club that will make sure that we take no L's, we're always thinking about the future. Two of the outstanding candidates being looked at are Rafael Varan and Kane from Sevilla. Now, we'll start with Kane. The reality is right now is that he prefers to go to Real Madrid. With Ramos leaving, with Varane leaving as well, he has a guaranteed spot in that team. Working under Carlo Ancelotti, a manager that uses young players a lot as well, this would be the perfect move and opportunity for him. However, Sevilla aren't selling unless that 80 million release clause is activated, and I think that's around £65 million. So this would be a very, very expensive deal. And again, you know, unless Christensen's and Rudiger's aren't signing deals and Zuma goes, I don't see this deal happening or being a thing either. Now, the updates on Varane have come out, with reports continuing to state that Tuchel would want him as his #1 player to come if other defenders decided to leave. Now, I completely understand that it fits that dominant profile that Tuchel is looking for. Plus, he has the extra ability that he can obviously play out from the back. He's quite decent on the ball. At this point in time, though, it seems like he is favouring a move to Manchester United because they can afford to pay his crazy wages. And reports have stated that Varane would cost you 250k per week. Now, under normal circumstances, that is completely fine. But considering that all our centre-backs right now aren't earning close to that, if we were to sign Varane for not only his, massive transfer fee, but then giving him his signing on fee and of course his ridiculous contract too, how are the others going to feel about that? I mean, players, they look at their stats, they care about their rep, they call egos. If you're our defence and you've seen the records you've put up clean sheet wise last season and how they ranked high throughout Europe, you're more than fine with thinking that you're some of the best defenders in Europe, in my opinion, because how can you have clean sheet stats like that for no reason? So yeah, I definitely feel like it'll be one of those situations where the club will definitely have to tread carefully. And again, unless someone leaves, we don't have to force any moves until that happens. As I keep saying, man, it feels like our lives would be a lot easier if we just decided to use Mark Guy, give him a contract and, tell him, you're going to have a future here and we believe in you. I really think it's that simple, to be honest, but we will see what continues to happen, you guys. For me, the main two targets have to be midfield and up front. And I think hopefully by the time the window ends, we'll see business done in these two positions. But anyway, let's discuss these little updates surrounding Haaland, Harry Kane, Lukaku. So now we start with, leading story this window, and that's our interest in Erling Haaland. Now, this news does come courtesy of Dean Jones from Eurosport, and to be honest, this isn't the biggest update, but if you're someone that had fears that this deal could potentially be off and it won't ever happen, then I guess your fears will definitely be eased down a lot more. You know, it's no surprise, as I keep saying, that for a deal of this magnitude and nature, the news won't be put on blast and baited out like that. I think that is fairly safe to say and assume. You know that with our club, we do our best work in silence behind the scenes. And, you know, and I feel, and normally this happens, we'll hear like concrete Haaland news when people are allowed to report that. I think until then, things will be kept under wraps. But Dean Jones' report does re-emphasize the fact that, of course, we are hoping to push through a deal this summer to get Haaland signed, similar to what we did last season when we signed Kai Havertz from Leverkusen. Of course, we had the financial capacity to get that deal gone through and over the lines, and, you know, in hindsight, imagine if we didn't do that, there'd be no Champions League being won. So, you know, of course, for me, this is all the evidence we need to, you know, put all our efforts into signing Haaland. Like, if we could only sign one player this window, it would have to be Haaland. So I'd keep up midfield, I'd keep everyone until the January window at least. But Haaland has to be that one guy that gets signed, in my opinion. Now, Dean Jones also reports that with Madrid's efforts and interest for Mbappe, that could potentially clear some space for us and give us more of a clearer route to signing Haaland. However, of course, if Madrid can't sign Mbappe, you'd imagine they'd be back in the market to look at him. Now, the question that we're all still waiting to hear is, will Dortmund guarantee sell him this window? I think, as we should all know by now, if they get close to the valuation that they've placed on Haaland, which is double his release clause, then yes, they'd be open to selling him. And as we've already seen from your Raulers and from Haaland as well, they haven't ruled out potential moves away. Right now, this guy is in Mykonos, he's on holiday, living his best life, relaxing. You know what I mean? It's been a tough season, man. Been a very long season, and he probably wants to enjoy the Euros too as well. So, you know, we have to have more continued patience behind the story. But to continue on to end the reports, you know, as we already know as well, Jones does report that, of course, with FFP being relaxed more, this could present an opportunity for Roman to personally invest some of that 2 billion profit that he's got during this COVID era, hopefully into the transfer window for the team. So this was one of the most minor, smallest updates in Haaland, but again, I guess the main news is that the hope's still there to get him signed and get this sealed over the finishing line. So now we move on very quickly to Lukaku and Harry Kane. Now, a report doing the rounds earlier today was that it was confirmed by Inter Milan, or reports confirmed that Inter would be happy to sell Lukaku if an offer of 100 million came in for him. You translate that from euros to pounds, that's like around, what, 85 million pounds. You're thinking, wow, 85 million for Lukaku, that's an absolute banging deal. We need to be all over this. But you know, the reality was that there was mistranslations behind that. Inter Milan, though, would sell Lukaku if offers came over 100 million, which is over 85 million. And, you know, we know the club, they want to sign a big name striker. We can't be linked with your Kanes, Haalands, Lukakus. If we thought we could sign them for 50 million pounds, that would just be a waste of everyone's time and nothing would get done. So I feel like on that basis, we need to have more confidence behind how we're moving and how we're operating too. And regardless of the fact that Lukaku has pledged his allegiance to Inter Milan, I mean, of course he has to a degree. They're a club that had belief and faith in him. He really needed that after his time at Manchester United, where he was misused, and Solskjaer was talking about playing him as a winger in the team, which is absolutely stupid. So, you know, Lukaku appreciates all the love he's felt at Inter Milan. But, and as I told you guys this many a time and I'll say it again, if we came in with an unreal offer, not just financially to Inter Milan, but, you know, as well to Lukaku, financially and sporting wise as well, and really sold to him why we really wanted him back, there is a place in his heart where he would reconsider and be open to a move. And I guess with this update that Inter Milan would sell him if good money came in for him, well, it does re-emphasize reports we've been reading time and time again that we'd still want to sign a big name striker. And some of the names that you think might not be part of the list anymore, they are still there, you guys. So, you know, let's have some more patience and let's see what happens. But to end things with Harry Kane, again, this was one of the most minorist updates, but, you know, the club are also looking at him as a serious alternative to solve our striking solutions. For me, I just feel like this is an absolute waste of time though, because I don't know, it felt like maybe Kai could do that role already in the team, and it feels like we won't do any business with Tottenham to begin with. So it would be an absolute waste of time if we got that desperate that we were hoping to sign Harry Kane, to be honest. So for me, it's very simple. If we don't sign any striker and the plan is to go for Haaland next season, stick with what we have. Kai Havertz up front will get a lot more goals. Let's get that straight. He's got 1 more year of experience in the league. Varane's going to be better, and I'm sorry, Tammy Abraham. I've been seeing names like Ivan Toney and, you know, Isaac and so many of them. These guys are very good players, but you don't sell Tammy Abraham for £40 million, the guy that guarantees you goals already, to then spend that same money or more on other players that you won't feel you'll get that guarantee from. So that would be pretty stupid. And for me, I don't know, I feel like it's very short-sighted with how Tammy Abraham was just given up on so easily, in my opinion. But anyway, they were some of the updates and reports coming out today, you guys. To end things, we now discuss another sport one that came out today, and that's in regards to Tchouameni from AS Monaco. Now, I had this guest on earlier where we discussed what was happening with our transfer market. Of course, Dan McCarthy, you know, Dan and Simon Phillips, you guys know them on Twitter. They have a good website, and you know, as the years have gone on, they've been getting their own sources along the way as well, and some very trusted sources too. And you know, one interesting update from their website today was based on the news surrounding Tchouameni from AS Monaco, and essentially they state that Petr Cech, our technical advisor, is a big fan of him. Of course, this is a guy that has a great network in Ligue 1. He knows all about the league there, he follows it very closely, and of course he has connections with a lot of the clubs there as well. And Tchouameni is one of those players that fits the profile he likes and can be signed for a very affordable fee. Personally, you guys know my opinion. I've said that I would go for Tchouameni over Rice, and it's not because I think that one of them per se is like, you know, 10 times better than the other. It's really not like that. For me, I just think it comes down to it being easier to get done. A part of me though would love to see Rice here, and who knows, maybe in the future as we're building our team over the next few years, there could be a midfield that has, you know, Rice, Tchouameni, Mount, Ruben, Gilmour, and we're set. And that would definitely work. But you know, the reality is right now, in present day, West Ham, the money they want is too much. They don't want to sell him at all. Declan Rice has too much respect for West Ham. They're the club that picked him up when he got discarded by us. They gave him a career. They invested so much time into him and so much belief, and he's the captain there. You know, he's not a dickhead. He's not going to disrespect them and move selfish like that. The only way a deal could happen is if we make an offer, and then Declan Rice will then speak to West Ham and be like, yo, you know, it is time to talk because I feel like I need to make the step up. But unless that concrete offer comes in, Declan Rice won't be sticking his neck out on the line for no one and disrespecting West Ham. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. West Ham would have to really just reduce their fee a lot, and who knows, with that potential interest in Tammy Abraham, could some deal be struck? Who knows? But for me, yeah, that was it, you guys. That was the News Daily video out the way. You know, some of the most exciting news we were hoping for, some of the smallest updates, but I guess they were updates nevertheless. And, you know, they still paint the picture that, you know, don't think that some of these deals are over and we have no chances of getting them done. So on that note, I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lions CV. I'll catch you guys later for some more videos.